And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. And tonight, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Houston Rockets. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Nothing quite like opening day here in the NBA. Clark, hard to beat a night like this one.
Kevin, sometimes it feels like summer lasts forever. But as soon as that opening tip is tossed, it's time to hoop. Basketball is back.
Now, here's Harrington. Yao with the block.
At 7'6", Yao is a huge shot blocking threat. Gotta be careful shooting when he's roaming nearby.
A beautiful reverse layup. Yao's got the first points up on the board here for the Rockets.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's Francis. Picked by Yao. Clock at 6. And that one's good, Francis.
And Francis, fearless as a player. Somebody that feels like he can score inside anytime he wants to.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And Tinsley kicks to Miller. Down low. Here's O'Neal. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
Oh, good touch from the interior. That's a high percentage shot.
Here's Francis. To the inside, Thomas. And Thomas with the stop.
Hey, you know what he lacks inside, he makes up for with his vertical.
Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to O'Neal. Miller with a screen on Thomas. O'Neal finds Miller. That one drops for him.
And these guys can put on a dribbling clinic out there.
For Houston, they've got their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Francis passes to Rice. Now here's Mobley. Pass to Francis. It's hauled in here by Tinsley. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the dunk by O'Neal.
What a nasty finish that was. O'Neal playing with a little attitude right now.
Here's Francis. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Tinsley. Yao Ming picking up that last basket. Miller, the pass to O'Neal. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And this is where O'Neal goes to work. The closer he's to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Rockets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Francis. Pass to Yao. And Yao slams it in.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Here's Tinsley. Trailing by 2. Miller outside. Here's O'Neal. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 3 assists tonight.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
For Houston, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's Francis. Tinsley covering. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Jamal Tinsley.
Yeah, and Francis, you know, he's an athletic point guard, plays with tremendous confidence, and really knows how to motivate his teammates.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Indiana trailing here. So Isaiah Thomas has decided to call timeout here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming on the court are your East Mates.
Pass to Harrington. Now Tinsley. Nothing on the board. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Artest. Rebound by Yao.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Francis. Tinsley covering. Stolen by O'Neal. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Going upstairs, Mr. Artest. Yes, sir.
Here's Francis. To the paint and stolen by Miller. Now, here's Harrington. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Mobley. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Pacers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Outside Artest. O'Neal is double. Artest kicks to Tinsley. Screen by O'Neal. Shot clock at 3. Pulls from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Houston.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he makes it look so easy. Rice's fluid shooting form really helps him on those long-range missiles.
Now Tinsley. He has yet to score. O'Neal passes to Harrington. Good. Nice job down low.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, then flips it in.
And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Okay, fans, give it up for your Indiana dancers.
Houston making a switch. Morris is checked in.
Terrence Morris.
Francis passes to Rice. Here's Francis. 6 to shoot. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Indiana moving it around. The fader. Second shot opportunity. And it's Artest missing. Houston in the lead. Here's Francis. Pass to Mobley. To the inside. And stolen by Miller. To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
I like how he drew contact and got the foul in the act. Smart play.
First trip to the line for him here.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Ties it up, and this next one would give them the lead.
I think it's a point of emphasis for this coach, getting to the line where you can pile up some freebies and set your defense.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to Hawkins. Now Morris. Here's Norris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A shot. Another miss by Houston. Pacers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Bucket is good. Miller's got 6.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Norris. Pass to Knockbaum. On the wing, Morris. Here's Knockbaum. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Hawkins. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's Strickland. No scoring in this one. Down low. It's stolen by Taylor. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Norris. Inside. Taylor's shot. Good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Strickland. Pass to Crozier. The offensive rebound. Here's Strickland. To the inside. Another shot, and the layup is up and in.
That's really an outstanding assist, creating a great opportunity inside. You can see the chemistry between those guys.
And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Indiana making a change here. Foster's checked in.
Jeff Foster.
Here's Norris. Still scoreless. Pass to Hawkins. Taylor against Foster. Shot by Taylor, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Strickland. Kicks it out to Jones. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets trail by 3. Pass to Norris. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Down low. Here's Taylor. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
Here's Strickland. And here's Jones. Over to the wing. Here's Crozier. Here's Foster. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Foster.
You always have to take advantage of trips to the line.
Catchings, he's checked in for Houston. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:12 left to play in the first. Norris, the pass to Taylor. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen. Now here's Bender, covered by Morris. Outside, Jones. To the paint. Here's Strickland. And the layup is good. And the Pacers lead by 5.
Using the screen and roll to perfection.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Norris, the pass to Catchings. Pacers with the rebound.
You know, that's not a great matchup, guys. He forced it against outstanding defense.
Here's Strickland. Over Norris. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Indiana out in front as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Indiana.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Mobley. A three-pointer off the mark. Pacers leading by 5. Picked away. There's the drive. And a potentially loaded draft class coming up. But the star of it all has to be the high schooler from Akron, Ohio, LeBron James.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a player as hyped as James. Almost impossible for him to live up to it. But he's as skilled as any player we've ever seen out of high school.
And so here is Houston following the score by Indiana. Norris, the pass to Beck. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up. Again, Mobley missing. And Indiana shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Over in the corner, Barnes. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Rockets trail by 7. Norris, the pass to Catchings. Here's Mobley. Pass to Norris. Right wing. Here's Beck. Defended by Foster. Basket counts.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Strickland.
Offensive screen.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Houston ball. Substitution on the court.
Rockets trail by 5. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Francis. Over Strickland. Another miss by Houston. Pacers leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Jones. And the jumper from down low is good. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Nockbar. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Substitution for your Pacers.
Brad Miller. Jamal Tinsley.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Jones. Here's Crozier. Just 5 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now a 9-point Pacer lead. The Rockets have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Taylor up top. Jones against Mobley. Francis. And that's collected by Miller. Pacers leading by 9. Outside, Jones. Now Tinsley. Still yet to score. And the basket by Harrington.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Francis. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Francis has got 6.
Boy, Yao used all of his body there setting that screen.
Tinsley up top. They set the pick. He takes it in. Second shot opportunity, and Miller with the lay-in. Miller's got the lead up to 12 now for Indiana.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Francis passes to Thomas. And here's Lucas. Taylor inside. He's against Miller. Clock at 6. Taylor inside. Covered by Miller. Shot by Taylor, no good. Here's Tinsley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Pacers, Jamal Tinsley. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And the NBA, Clark, is seeing its pace drop the last handful of years. Teams simply aren't pushing the tempo.
Yeah, I agree. And, defense still remains king at the moment. The NBA goes through phases. Whatever is successful is what everybody else tries to copy. At some point, though, I do think run and gun, up and down, fast tempo basketball will return. Impressive work down on the block.
Pacers leading by 11. Pass to Harrington. Here's Crozier. Thomas covering. Crozier passes to Jones. Here's Tinsley. No good from outside. Rockets trail by 11. Here's Francis. To the inside. And stolen by Miller. Jones, the pass to Harrington. And Harrington throws it down.
Set him up so they can knock him down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So Isaiah Thomas has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Harrington, 1 shot. Timeout charge to the Pacers. Okay, fans, get it up. Get an answer.
For the Pacers. Artest comes in for Jones.
One shot.
And Harrington, quite the role player. A big man with a soft stroke from deep. Prime time shooter when he gets it going.
Here's Francis. 6 points for him. Pass to Lucas. Thomas, a screen on Artest. Thomas, no luck. Indiana leading by 14. Left side, O'Neal. Taylor with the rebound.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for him. He'll usually convert that.
Here's Rice. He's guarded by Harrington. Rice passes to Francis. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Shot's good by Rice. Rice has got 6.
And look at how Rice is just totally ready for the moment. Just put the ball in his hands, and he's good to go.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. O'Neal outside. Pass to Harrington. Over Rice. Miller dishes to Harrington. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Thomas kicks to Rice. Here's Francis. He has 6. Driving the lane. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam.
Wow. The quickness of Francis, so good at getting to the basket.
Pacers leading by 9. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
The Rockets making a switch here. Kelly's checked in. And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now, coming on the court are your Ace Mates.
He's checked in for the Pacers. And then for Houston, Catchings is checked in for Thomas. And Hawkins subbed in for Lucas. Here's Francis. 8 points for him. With the floater, he takes it up and lays it in. Francis has got 10 points.
Nice little dribble move by Francis. Confused the defense and created space for himself in the process.
Pacers leading by 7. Bang, looking around. Outside, O'Neal. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 10 points for him.
Muscling that thing in. Tough shot.
Rockets have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Here's Francis. He's got 10. Pass to Hawkins. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Here's Catchings. Takes it off the glass.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Payne with it. Now, here is O'Neal. O'Neal is double. Back to Payne. Shot clock at 5. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's Artest missing. Rockets trail by 7. Here's Francis. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Drills the three-pointer.
He's just a pure scorer. Francis comfortable scoring from just about anywhere in the building.
Payne with the bounce pass. Miller sets a screen for O'Neal. Pass to Miller. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. Miller's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
And here are the Rockets. They're on a 12-4 run right now. They set the pick from past the arc. And that's collected by Miller. Miller's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And finished off by O'Neal.
O'Neal doing a nice job using his frame and strength to take the hit and still finish the shot.
Rockets trail by 8. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Francis. 13 points in the game. And shot on the way. Lowe grabs the rebound. Here's Artest. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Artest driving to the rack with purpose. A nice combination of hustle and muscle.
Houston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Kelly. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
Doing a nice job defensively that time. O'Neal throwing that one in reverse.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Jermaine O'Neal.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Francis. Pass to Thomas. Mobley looking it over. Stolen by Artest. Now Tinsley. Outside, O'Neal. And here is Harrington. Outside for Artest. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you're not going to find a more rugged player than Artest. He will battle for every loose ball, every rebound, and he'll defend with every ounce of energy he has.
And he's good on the first of 3. Second free throw, no good. And he nails the third. Here's Francis. Pass to Yao. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And when you foul Ming, you really got to foul it, or else he'll power through and finish.
The line for one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
At a towering 7'6" with skill, Yao Ming is one of the better center prospects we've seen in quite some time. Someone you can build a franchise around.
Pass to Artest. Shoots over Mobley. And it's Artest missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Rice passes to Francis. Thomas a screen. To the paint. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Thomas got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets. Now Tinsley. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Outside Artest. Inside and stolen by Mobley. Out to the right wing. Rice passes to Francis. Pass to Yao. 6 on the shot clock. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Indiana leading by 9. Here's Tinsley. Outside O'Neal. Yao with the block.
You have to admire the way Yao challenges shots. He's actually averaged 4.8 blocks per game his last season in China.
Rice dishes to Thomas. Puts it up from 15. Buries the jump shot. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively. Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about him.
Rockets trail by 9. Lobbed up there for Thomas. O'Neal with the steal. Here's Tinsley. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Francis. It's rebounded by Indiana. It's led by as many as 14 points. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Francis passes to Yao. Yao with a screen on Artest. And stolen by Miller. Mobley against Artest. Screen by O'Neal. Tinsley pass to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
6'11", skilled, athletic. When Jermaine O'Neal puts it all together, we are going to see some monster games.
Rockets trail by 13. Here's Francis. He's got 13. Thomas a screen. Banked in off the glass. Thomas got 8.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. So Isaiah Thomas has decided to call timeout here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming over the court are your Pace mates.
Crozier passes to Tinsley. Pass to O'Neal. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Into the lane, and that one is hammered home.
Boy, really love the athleticism Francis has. Gets off the floor quickly to jam it home.
And so it's Indiana with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. O'Neal outside. Pass to Harrington. 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Harrington's got 10 points. Rockets trail by 13. Here's Francis. 15 points in the game. Here's Yao. And Yao slams it in.
And just what we want to see from Yao, setting solid screens and helping out.
Pass to Crozier. Down low. Here's Harrington. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Rockets have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Francis passes to Mobley. Yao with a screen on Artest. Out to Taylor. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Mobley. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pacers leading by 11. Pass to Tinsley. Back to Harrington. Taylor with the rebound. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Now here's Yao. Here's Francis. Back to Yao. Got it. Good job in the low post. Yao's got 7 now in this quarter.
The defense can't deal with Yao's size inside. They just don't know what to do.
So Isaiah Thomas has decided to call timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Houston making a switch. Indiana leading by 9. And here's Payne. Barnes outside, shoots over Lucas, and once again off the mark by Indiana. The Rockets have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Here's North. Payne covering. Pass to Lucas. Here's Norris. Shoots a three. And it's Foster with the rebound. Now here's Payne. Barnes outside, trying to end the drought. Can't hit that one. Rockets trail by 9. Throws it up high. Slammed in by Taylor.
I believe the defense saw that coming, but still had no answer.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Crozier. And that's a foul called on Jeff Foster.
Jeff Foster.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
For Houston, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Norris, the pass to Morris. Here's Cox. Back to Morris. Lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got his first 2 points.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Outside Harper. Pass to Strickland. Takes a three. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Strickland's got 5.
Dialed in from behind the arc.
Rockets trail by 8. Here's Norris. Still without a basket. Stolen by Bender. Pass to Harper. Here's Strickland. Indiana moving the ball around. Right wing. And there's Harper. That's good on the assist by Bender. And it's a 10-point Pacer lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Harper.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third. Pass to Foster. Outside Harper. Clock at 6. Over to the wing. Here's Strickland. Catchings with the rebound.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Harper with the steal. Out to the right wing. Here's Strickland. He has 5. Rezic. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Pacers lead by 10.
Great use of the screen. That's how you practice it and draw it up.
And for Houston, they're shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. 1:07 left in the third quarter of the game. And Norris gets it to go.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Harper with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Norris. Pass to Hawkins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Norris. Jacks up a 3. The shot will not fall. Pacers leading by 10. Now Bender. Still scoreless. And here is Harper. Over Hawkins. Misses the wing chair. And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Pacers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. O'Neal outside. Harrington with a screen on Thomas. 6 to shoot. Here's O'Neal, and he makes that one. O'Neal's got 22 points.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
The drive by Mobley, and the shot goes down.
Saw the lane and did not hesitate.
Indiana leading by 10. They set the pick. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Harrington can't get it to go.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Pass to Norris. Mobley outside. That three off the mark. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Now, here is O'Neal, covered by Morris. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
Well, these guys are cooking, and we're seeing it right now on a hot streak.
Rockets trail by 12. Here's Norris to the inside. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Stolen by Artest. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Drops in the breakaway layup. Artest's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pacers. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Francis. Inside, Thomas. Pacers with the rebound. O'Neal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Tinsley. Now Foster. Here's O'Neal. Lays it up off the glass. O'Neal's got 12 points here in the second half.
The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
Rockets trail by 16. Here's Francis. And here is Yao. Defended by Foster. Here's Mobley. And that one, good.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Now Tinsley. Pass to O'Neal. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Ron Artest with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Thomas. Here's Francis. Just 5 to shoot. Over Tinsley. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Rebound by Yao Ming. Yao's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Francis. Yao with a screen on Artest. Deflects the pass. Now Tinsley for 3. Harrington. That one falls off Tinsley's feet. Tinsley's got 3 assists tonight.
Drilling that catch and shoot. Caught it and shot it with confidence.
Rockets trail by 17. Here's Francis. Over Tinsley, and that one's good, Francis.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
The Pacers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Now Tinsley. And yes, it's good. And the Pacers lead by 17.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Here's Francis. Lets it go with the 3. The Pacers pull it in. Foster's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Rockets trail by 19. Here's Francis. Mobley outside. Thomas sets a screen for Mobley. O'Neal with the steal. Here's Artest. Sweet little floater. Artest's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. To the left wing. Pick by Yao. Mobley dishes to Yao. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
In his rookie year, we're seeing why the scouts were so high on Yao. This guy has limitless offensive potential.
There's the pick. O'Neal the bounce pass. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
At the line for 2, Jeff Foster.
That's good from Foster. Now, Clark, a lot of folks are saying the NBA is getting back to being a guards league. Do you think they're right?
I'm not quite ready to go that far, Kevin. Guards certainly have an impact and influence on the game, but a dominant big man is still the primary weapon in the game and has a little more value than outstanding guard play. But it is interesting to see the NBA does have an awful lot of talent on the perimeter.
Here's Nakbar. Good on the triple.
You know, it's good seeing Francis concentrate on moving the ball. We all know he can score, but it's good to see him pass the rock, too.
Pacers leading by 17. Now Tinsley. Here's O'Neal. It's in there. Tinsley with the assist. Tinsley's got 4 assists in the game.
And when you put up numbers like he is in this one, he'll get some recognition.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Rice. Pass to Yao. Rebound by Ron Artest. The Pacers shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Now Tinsley. Now here's Harrington. Clock at 4. Right side O'Neal. Outside Artest. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. 19-point game. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Rarely lets it fly from 3. Francis connects there to give himself some confidence.
Here's Tinsley. Pass to Artest. Foster is screen on Mobley. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The Pacers making a switch here. Miller's checked in.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Nockbar, guarded by O'Neal. Francis passes to Rice. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Yao. That one goes in. Now that's 17 points for Yao.
And we know teams are going to try to be physical with me. First year in the league, but he has handled himself well.
Now here is Artest. And here is O'Neal. Over Nockbar. And O'Neal with the basket on the assist by Artest. Artest's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Francis. To the paint. It's deflected. Miller kicks to Artest. Back to Miller. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Pacers lead by 18.
Ron Artest, a willing passer, does a good job that time of surveying the floor and making the right play.
And here's a timeout now from Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Now inside. Tinsley covering. Now Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one drops.
And when he's on, few can slow the roll of Yao Ming. Great potential to do this nightly.
Pacers leading by 16. Now Tinsley. Outside O'Neal. Harrington against Morris. And he makes that one count. Here's Francis. Here's Morris. Yao in the post. He's against Miller. That one goes in.
And this is why you give Yao the ball inside. He's good at getting ideal positioning and finishing.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now O'Neal. Miller with a screen on Thomas. O'Neal. Oh, softly lays it in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Now Thomas. Morris right side. Miller against Yao. And the shot goes in.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Indiana.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with this first victory for the matchup, a 1-0 record against Houston.
Check in for Brad Miller.
Number 10, Jeff Foster.
Now Tinsley. We've got 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Harrington against Morris. 5 on the clock. Takes the shot. Thomas with the block. Here's Francis. Tinsley covering. Oh, off the glass. Now Tinsley. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Artest on the wing. Covered by Mobley. And so here is Houston. It's a 14-point game. Here's Francis. He's guarded by Harrington. O'Neal there for the rebound. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.